shared experience for you and your viewers. Choose who you participate. Okay, good. Greetings, 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 and wholeness family. I do trust and hope that you're having a wholesome, productive morning. Okay, now I want to be here with you today within the healing space. So I do trust and hope that you've started the day beautifully, off with something healthy, not the generic poison that you've been eating for the last couple of years. But guess what? Today, I want to talk about something that's very, very important. And these are things that we've been talking about for quite some time. But I feel like at times we need to reboot certain conversation, touch on certain topics, certain concepts, certain theories, certain truth of reality, just so that we can kind of like imprint it within the subconscious mind. Because, like for a lot of people, we can talk about something on the deepest level, and then as soon as we're done, you get back on the algorithm, and then you have a whole bunch of garbage that you start to pull into your mind, and before you know it, you've forgotten all about the great gems, the deep conversation that we've had, the deep levels of awareness that we've pierced into, the deeper understanding that we've developed together. You totally forget all about it because what? Now you're in the algorithm consuming all these, little 30, 40 seconds of garbage, right? So upon realizing this, I realized that we do need to do like a recap or go even deeper on certain things that we've discussed already in the past, just so that, bring it back to the forefront of your consciousness. So, because these things are very, very important for us to talk about. So, I want to talk about the relationship between food and consciousness. But before we even start to delve in on the deepest level, can you guys just confirm with me if the audio is coming through clearly, if the audio sounds good. If not, let me know so I can bump it up a little bit more. Greetings, YouTube. YouTube is in the space as well. Greetings. Let me know if the audio is coming through clearly and very, very good. If not, I can just make a few little corrections and we can get the audio just about perfect. So I am going to be spending the next hour or 2 hour with you as you get ready for your Monday morning. Okay, I know some of y'all right now you're getting ready to go to work, or you're on your way to work. And I trust and hope that you don't have that toxic cup of coffee on your way to work. Okay, like as I've talked about before, at some point we have to grow up. Okay, you can't know that something is not good for you, but every single day you're choosing it. Because here's the thing: if it's a small things that's not good for you and you're choosing the small things that's disrupting your life and it's not actually serving you, then imagine the bigger things in your life. You see, and honestly, I kind of judge people off how they treat themselves as well. Like, for instance, if you eat McDonald's, I will never trust you. You see, and it's not that you're not a good person or anything like that. It's just that seeing how you'll sabotage yourself when you know better, in my mind, I'm like, damn, if you would do that to you, what the fuck would you do to me? You get what I'm saying? So when I say that, yo, if you eat processed food, I don't trust you. It's not to say that I don't think that you're a good person. It's just based off your level of self-love, morality, and the integrity that you have for your own self. So if you're gonna disregard all of that for your own self, what the fuck would you do to me? You get what I'm saying? And that's the reason why I don't trust people who eat processed food. And again, as I said, it's not as if it was that back in the days when you could have been like, yo, I didn't know that was bad for me, because we've all been there. We've all been through chapters of our life when we thought everything that society said to eat was normal, right? We've all actually been there. We didn't know, but guess what? Now we're in the age of information. We have technology, right? So just like right now, you can jump on your phone right now and we're literally connecting from across the world, from millions of miles. Some of us never met each other, but we've been cultivating a relationship through these devices, through this technology for quite a long time. So we're living in the age of information. You want to know what's funny? The other day I was thinking, I was like, damn, if my grandmother, my grandfather could see this the kind of shit that we have today, they would never believe. Because I literally grew up with no electricity. We don't have any electricity. We use kerosene oil with the lamp. I had to clean the lampshades in the morning. We didn't have any electric stove or gas stove. We cook on like coal, right? And we cook on like wood fire. Sometimes in the morning time, I had to get up and I had to go to the woods, like go into the jungle to go find like, like old trees and stuff to gather firewood to cook breakfast. You see, or to make tea in the morning. And sometimes it rains. And when it rains, it's like all of the dry sticks are like all soaked up with water. And then you gotta kind of like use the machete to like take off the outer layer of the wood that's wet until you get to the dry part, because otherwise it will never ignite as you're trying to make the fire. But now these days, what we have, turn on your electric range stove, you turn on your gas stove, ooh, you cook right there, right? I used to get up in the morning time too, and I used to go to the spring to go carry water, drinking water. You guys just turn on your tap, even though you shouldn't be drinking tap water, but y'all love it. Keep telling y'all for years, stop drinking the shit, but you guys don't care, right? But it's just to say that I'm literally coming from a world where none of this technological stuff was a part of her life at all. So sometimes I think I'm like, damn, imagine if my grandmother, my grandfather was alive to see all this shit. They would never believe that. Wait, I can just come and turn on a fucking camera and see people from all over the world. You see? Primitive people would have never thought that this shit is possible. But look, here we are today. So again, as I said, right, we're living in the age of information. So saying that, yo, I didn't know, is like, okay, that's one thing, but now you know though. You would have had an excuse if you were eating these foods and you was not aware of the detrimental effect that they have on your body. But you guys know. So if you know that something is not good for you and you're choosing it every single day with your willpower, with your power of free will that God have given you, and you're choosing things that you know does not serve you and are not good for you, you simply just don't love yourself. And that's the reason why I do not trust you, because if you will do that to you, what the fuck would you do to me? You see, I can't trust you based off that. So again, as I said, when I say I don't trust you if you eat processed food, don't get offended. I'm not saying that you're not a good person. You probably are a very good person with a pure heart, but you lack self-love for yourself. You get what I'm saying? You will sabotage your own self just for your taste buds and for your comfort and for something that gives you temporary excitement. So what would you do to me if you do that to yourself? That's the reason why I don't trust y'all. Yeah, so yeah, and so when I come on social media and I see you eating your burgers, or I see that Wendy's McDonald bag in your background on a countertop. Okay, I already know. Listen, I already know what type of person you are. Do you get what I'm saying? Yes, I do look into your background when you post your videos and whatever on social media, and I look and I see the Wendy logos, the food bags. I see the McDonald bags, and all that stuff. And yes, I do judge you. I'm like, damn, this person don't love themselves. When I see the donuts, even on Thanksgiving. To be honest with you, I'm not really a super judgmental person, but I mean, even on Thanksgiving, when you guys start posting these nasty plates, I don't know why you think that you can cook all of a sudden. All of your life, you wasn't getting no compliment on your food. All of a sudden on Thanksgiving, everybody become a big cook. Everybody want to make a plate. Chill. Okay, listen, relax. It's okay. You know you don't got it. Why would you even try to embarrass yourself like that? And not only do you just do it, you see, if you're doing it just, what I mean, that's a family. If you make some food and it should look trash and it tastes garbage, at least that's your family. You see, but you're gonna put it online in front of millions of strangers, and I looked at that shit on my story and I'm disgusted. I'm like, yo, what is this? It's not even seasoned properly. So yeah, listen, unfortunately, I do judge you based off the stuff that you eat. So when I see you post the dry ass turkey on Thanksgiving, and the mac and cheese and all that kind of stuff, I just see you as a person who just don't love themselves. Now, I'm not saying that you don't have no love for yourself at all. You do. You see, because most people, they have enough love for themselves to stay out of danger, to call the cops if they feel like something's going on, to run out of a mall or a building if there's a mass shooting, to get out of the road really quick if there's a car coming. Like, you love yourself to a certain extent of survival, but that survival is just so that you can get up tomorrow and participate in your other form of afflictions that you do to yourself. You see, so I'm not saying you don't love yourself at all. I'm just saying you don't love yourself to the level to where you prioritize your own well-being. And for that very same reason, I can't really trust you, unfortunately. So yes, I do judge you when I see the McDonald bag in your background in your videos. I do judge you when I see on Thanksgiving and you start to post those nasty plates. Okay, listen, please don't do it again this year. Don't do it again this year. Okay, like, the internet doesn't need, like, it doesn't matter what we think. You get what I'm saying? You don't have to post your meal because whether we think it's good or not, it doesn't really matter. Listen, just keep it to yourself. Like, you don't got it. Do not post that nasty meal this year. Right now, we're in June, July, August, September, October, November, right? So I think it's like November 26th or something. So I'm giving you a 5 months notice. Okay. And I'm also not just speaking for myself. Okay. I'm speaking on the behalf of a lot of other people too. Okay. Who have to be a victim to you posting them nasty ass meals because you swear think you can cook all the days of the year, 360 days, right? You can cook, but all of a sudden on this one day, magically you're supposed to come up with this spectacular meal that was gonna blow everybody's mind. Stop being delusional. Okay. So again, it goes back to what I'm saying is, if you're choosing things that you know is not good for you, you are lacking self-love. Okay? You're lacking self-love. And that's okay because you can work up on yourself. There's a lot of people who at one point in their life, they didn't have a deeper connection with themselves. And as they go through life, they learn to spend time alone. That's why they talk about, like, even a person who is introverted eventually get to a certain state of awareness because they spend so much time with themselves to the point where they end up start to learn about themselves because they don't have the outside distractions or always being inside of somebody else's energy. So now they have to sit within their own energy, and that immerses them deeper into their inner world or their inner dimension of self, thus allowing them to have a broader awareness of who they are. You get what I'm saying? So yeah. So again, if you don't love yourself, that's okay. You can learn to love yourself. And that's why I'm here. That's why we're having this conversation. I know for a lot of y'all, y'all are very emotional. You don't like when people say things that offends you, hurt your feelings, you feel like you're being victimized. Listen, that's okay. Okay, that's okay. It's a part of the growth process. That's why they have a saying that don't pay attention to the messenger, pay attention to the message. Okay, so instead of reacting to what I'm saying, okay, and you only care about how you feel and not the truth or not the logics, listen, the truth is the truth. It doesn't matter who says it. At the end of the day, it is still the truth. Even if you don't like me for how blunt I am, how truthful I am, because I'm not here to sweet shit up for you, to tell you softly, oh, please stop eating meat. Because that's what people want. They want you to baby them. Oh, please stop eating meat. I beg of you to no. You stop eating dead animals if it's killing you. It have been killing everybody else in your family. Why the fuck are you still eating it? You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like people are not confronting reality as to what it is. They become so delusional, and now they're expecting, like, some kind of, like, soft approach with stuff. You gotta grow up. You're still acting like a child. Again, how can you tell me that you have all these degrees? Oh, I graduated Harvard, bro. What are you talking about? Who give you the authority to speak on these subjects? None of that shit matters. How do you tell me about all these degrees that you have, but you still can't think for yourself? You've been living your whole entire life on inherited beliefs, on what your professor told you. You never had your own experience. You never did no experiment. You never did no fasting, no cleansing, no detoxing, no meditation, nothing. You're just a byproduct of a bundle of false belief that have been downloaded into your subconscious mind. And that is what you use to formulate your reality. But listen, I sympathize with you because I understand. It's not your fault. Okay, listen, it is not your fault. See, what have happened was that since you were a little baby, they got you. Your parents handed you over. You see? And your parents thought that they were actually helping you. So it's not like your parents was like willfully a part of the sabotage. Your parents just think that they were doing the best for you by, sending you to school. Oh, send my little baby to school to get an education. They want you to be successful in life. Didn't know that they were actually subjecting you to a MK Ultra mass brainwashing program that most of you will never make it back as a sane person ever again for the rest of your life. See, so it's not your fault. They had you while you were young. You see, that's what school does. It takes you and it takes control over your imagination before you reach a certain level of awareness to where you can pilot your own mental faculties. And that's also one of the thing about cartoons. They start to project images and ideas into your mind, and then your neurological pathways start to go down that path that they've created. I don't think you guys understand how this works. You see? So, yes, it is the world that have been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. That is exactly what Morpheus meant in the Matrix. So, I understand how you behave, how you react to things, how you don't like the truth, and I still sympathize with you because I understand that you're just a victim. Especially the keyboard warriors who's in their mother's basement on that keyboard typing all type of a crazy shit. Listen, I still sympathize with you. I understand. You're just a product of the matrix, so hopelessly dependent upon the system that you will fight to protect it. Even when we're bringing the information to you that's going to free you from your mental bondage and slavery, you're fighting to stay within the confines of your chains. You see? So this is just something that have happened to a mass amount of humanity. So, I understand. I understand. But here's the thing. Nobody can really free you but yourself. You have to have that desire. You see, you have to have that willpower of wanting to be free, wanting to reclaim back your power, want to reclaim back your mind, wanting to reclaim back your sovereignty. You're the only one who can truly really do it. Even though I'm here with you right now, I can't force you to do what you don't want to do because God has given you your own power of free will. You see what I'm saying? Each and every one of you have been bestowed your own power of free will. I can only advise you, is it or share information with you, and that's what I'm doing. So each and every time that I'm here with you, I'm literally sharing all the information that I've gathered within the experience. So this is me being here saying, hey brother, hey sister, hey, okay, look, we've all find ourselves into this world of a society, and I end up realizing that damn, the people who've been here before, in order to maintain their hierarchy of control, they program and brainwash all of us and inject us with vaccines and use processed food to lower our consciousness, use fluoride and different substances to keep the pineal gland calcified so that we never wake up to a certain level of awareness. And so, okay, so this is what you need to do to remove these contaminants from your body. You see, I'm literally reporting back to you because I care about you, okay? Because I realize that I'm in this with you. At the end of the day, I'm still in the matrix with you. You don't realize I'm on here. I'm in the matrix, even though I do come from the jungle, but I'm in the matrix with you. And I'm reporting back to you in real time, live time. And I'm saying, hey, this is what I've discovered. This is what I've learned. How I was able to heal my own body from herniated disc disease by doing 40 days of fasting, cleansing, doing parasite cleanse. How I've healed people from herpes, lupus, HPV, the big C, all these different stuff that they told people like, hey, there's no cure for this and all that kind of a bullshit. That's a lie. I find that doing intensive parasite cleansing and cleansing of the liver, kidneys, blood, moving the lymphatic system, revitalizing the organs back with the essential minerals and elements and phytonutrients, and restore back the whole entire body to its normal functionality, and everything comes back. I'm literally reporting back to you in real time from me going through the experiences and utilizing the gifts that God have given me and reporting everything back to you. But at the same time, you have to go and put that work in too. Because remember, action is the language of transformation. See, yes, we can talk about the yes, we can talk about the theories. Yes, we can talk about the concepts. But if you're just listening to what's being said, but you're not taking action, you're not going to get no result. Action is the language of transformation. See what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, again, you have your power of free will. I can't force you to stop eating processed food. You have to love yourself enough to say, yo, I'm not going to keep doing this to me. It's up to you to say to yourself that, damn, I'm feeling an urge and a desire to eat processed sugar and processed food and drink coffee. But I realize that it's because my parents have been giving this to me since I was a baby. And therefore, my system is wired to it. My taste buds are attuned to the frequency of low vibrational food. So basically, I was taken advantage of while I was vulnerable. And therefore, in order for me to break free, I have to I have to go through a process of detachment to break away from these chains. You see, you have to have these conversations with yourself and realizing that then you've been subjected to a programming and a type of mental abuse in that sense, very subtle to the point where you didn't even realize what was happening to you. You have to have this conversation with yourself and then start to move from there to make the best decision in your own favor. Because at the end of the day, yes, when I'm telling you to do the fasting, telling you to do the meditation, telling you to detox, you're not doing this for me. I'm healthy as fuck. Okay? You're not doing this for me. You're doing this for yourself. Okay? I'm here because this is my purpose. This is what God, the universe, whatever you want to call it. I was born for this specific purpose. You see? And I know that this is my purpose because I've spent enough time going within myself. I was born from a long lineage of medicine man and medicine woman. So it's also within my bloodline. All of my gifts surround me being here and doing what I'm doing. So I'm literally here living in my purpose and doing what I was sent here to do. But again, I can't force you to implement the greater changes for your own benefit. You have to love yourself enough to do that. You have to have a certain level of self-importance to prioritize your own health and your well-being and start to get the work done. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, you have to understand the relationship between food and consciousness. This is the key factor that's going to free you from the bondages and the shackles placed upon your mind. You see? And here's what I want you to realize, family. Here's what I want you to realize, right? Everything that you consume, okay, whatever you consume, you put inside of your body. It goes inside, it becomes the material from which your blood is now synthesized from. So when you're eating low vibrational foods, artificial flavor, artificial color, processed sugar, preservatives, carcinogens, farm raised animals with growth hormones, steroids, antibiotics, same thing inside of the chicken, which it grows to full maturity in 6 weeks, unnatural as fuck. When you put that inside of the body, you don't realize that your body is going to use those substance to try to formulate new cells since the body uses the food that you consume to formulate new cells. So if you're eating low vibrational food, isn't that going to make you low vibration? Yes, because your organs and your cells is going to start to vibrate on a lower wavelength of frequency. It alters you, it changes you. Remember, the physical body is intertwined with the mental body and the astral body and the etheric body. So whatever you do to the physical body affects the etheric body, affects the mental body, affects the astral body. This is something that you were never taught in school. You're thinking too one dimensional. You're just on the physical plane, not realizing that what you consume physically affects you on a mental plane and how you think. It speeds up or slow down your brain cognition, which affects your awareness abilities. You see, the controllers on the puppet master, they knew, okay? They knew this. Why do you think that they put the fluoride in the water? They have a full understanding of how things work alchemically. Because remember, these people are cult members and Kabbalistic priests. So I know for a lot of times, I'm guessing you guys are thinking that even these fast food restaurants that you go to buy food, do you think that these fast food restaurants was just from a guy back in the days who had a big dream to go and I want to have a company one day that sell burgers, to all over the world. Do you guys somehow think that that's how these companies started? Because if you do, you're fucking delusional. Let me just tell you. These fast food chains, notice that they're within proximity, within every state, every block, every little county. You're gonna find them. Okay? These the owners of these companies are Kabbalistic priests. And that's why you guys find that there's human DNA inside of the burgers and stuff. It's a ritual. All this stuff is a level of sorcery, okay, or so-called witchcraft that they're operating through to use it to subdue people or to control people. And a lot of people will hear this and think that, oh, bro, that's some hocus pocus shit. No, you just lack. You lack occult knowledge. You lack metaphysical knowledge. You lack esoteric knowledge. You see, because you again, your brain or your mind that's inside of that box. So we talk about think outside of the box. Once you're thinking inside of the box, right? Basically, your mentality is anchored on the physical plane to be one dimensional. You see, so you're just thinking things on a physical level, not realizing that it's affecting you on a multitude of level. The people who own these fast food chains are not just no person who had a dream one day to sell burgers all over the world or all over the community. These are people that operates within secret society and organization that comes together and decide how they were going to control the entire population. They have to get something inside of your body to lower your vibration, to shut down the glands within the body. Each and every gland within your body corresponds to one of your chakras, which are the seven seals of revelation the Bible talks about. Let's get into it since you want to get into it that deep. The pituitary gland is the crown chakra. The pineal gland is your third eye chakra. The thyroid gland is your throat chakra. The thymus gland is the heart chakra. Your pancreas is your solar plexus chakra. Your adrenal glands is your sacral chakra. And your sex glands is the root chakra. For male, that's going to be the gonads. For female, that's going to be your ovaries. Now, notice how most people have hormonal imbalances. Notice that? A lot of people have hormonal imbalances, right? Where does the hormonal imbalance come from? The very foods that you're eating, the synthetic polyester clothing that you're wearing, a whole cage of microplastic. So once that mess up the glands, which throws off your hormones, your whole chakras are out of alignment. Your chakras are basically different centers, energetic centers, which is different states of consciousness. So when the Bible talk about the seven seals of revelation, these are the seven chakras or the seven glands, endocrine glands within the body. You see, the Kabbalistic priests and the controllers, they have all of this esoteric, occult, metaphysical knowledge. Why do you think they have secret societies? What do you think the secret is? It's the body of knowledge about sorcery that they keep to themselves to use that to control the masses. Example, the Super Bowl, that's a whole mass ritual. You see, for a regular person, only thing they see, oh my God, Bad Bunny, oh my God, Beyonce, that's all they see. Because they're starstruck. Okay, they've been programmed to worship idols and stuff. So for the average person, when they watch the Super Bowl, all they see is just the stars. Oh my God! And then they're like fanned out. But for a person who have the oculus, who has an awakened eye, who understand occultism, esoteric and metaphysical knowledge, they can see the sigils, they can see the symbols, they can see the rituals carrying on, they can see the whole energetic harvesting. But for average people, you can't see that. You see? Because you already lack the capability of deeper insight based on the kind of food that you eat. You're too dense. I don't think you guys understand the layers of how deep this actually is. And even for a lot of people right now, even delving throughout these different states of awareness, for a lot of people, it's still going to come off hocus pocus because what? Their mind is incapable of fathoming the depth of what we're talking about here. Okay? Their mind is incapable of understanding that. See what I'm saying? So, yeah, your food, everything's going to start at the food. And that's why they go so hard with the red 40, with the processed sugar, with the artificial color, with the artificial flavor. And to be honest, I'm disappointed in y'all as parents. And that's why I say that Not even that I said, but the ancestors said the same thing. If you lack the knowledge of self, you should not be fucking. Okay? Because what happened? Because you lack the knowledge of self, you see, you're lost. You don't know who you are. You don't know what your purpose is. You don't know where you're at. You're lost out here. You have not taken that inner journey to cultivate your energy and figure yourself out yet. But yet, notice how you're out here fucking. I see you guys behave online. Everybody's freaked out on the internet. So what happened? Because you're moving in lustful energy while being lost, you end up having kids. And so therefore you're creating lost followers. So you're lost. You don't have anything to teach them babies or them children. You can't help them to cultivate their mind, cultivate their higher faculties. That's why you pass on the same destructive diet onto them, the same processed trash that you ate. You project the same behavior and your very own trauma on your own children too. You see what I'm saying? Because so yeah, I'm very disappointed in y'all because when I see the ice cream truck comes around, as a grown ass adult, you're running outside with your kids to go poison them with artificial color and artificial flavor. How is that okay? You guys feed your kids stuff like frosted flakes in the morning, honey nut Cheerios, poison. Tricks are for kids. They literally tell you tricks are for kids. Okay. Now, when you open up that box of tricks, what do you have? Red, yellow, green, orange. All of that shit is artificial flavor. That's not real. The color is artificial color. That's not real. That doesn't come from no plant. Loaded up with over 48 grams of processed sugar. And that's what you feed your children. And then you want to tell me that you love your kids? Again, nobody can love you if they don't love themselves. Let me just tell you this straight up. A lot of people perception of love is fake, and it's not that they're it's not that okay, it's not that they're deliberately being fake. They don't know that they're being fake. You cannot love anybody if you don't love yourself. How the fuck would you know what love is like when you've never cultivated within? You've never cultivated within yourself. So it's not an energy that you're familiar with. So going around talking about, oh, I love you, I love that, you don't love shit until because you don't love yourself. Okay? That's bullshit. So again, because you don't love yourself, you don't love your children. That's why you're poisoning your children. If you loved yourself, you'd have been eating better. You would have been prioritizing your health, getting healthy. Even before you listen, even before doing all of that fucking, you'd have taken care of your health before that. But see, most people they don't care about their health. Why do you think disease is running around rampant and crazy? People refuse to go get healthy, but they still want to be fucking. You know that your health is compromised, something is going on, you don't feel well. Why do you still feel sexually aroused to go have sex with somebody? How about instead of fucking, you go on a 40-day fast? How about you go on a 21-day juice fast, get some herbs and detox and cleanse out your system? You're anemic? How about go get your iron levels sorted out? But no, you want to be fucking. Then you end up fucking somebody who's also anemic, just like you, because both y'all in the same boat, don't love yourself. Then you create a baby to have sickle cell. That's how babies are born with sickle cell because both parents had the trait. Both parents was anemic. So if both parents' blood is lacking sufficient amount of hemoglobins to transport oxygen, the baby end up being sickle cell. Now that baby have to go through pain and crisis and living a whole life of suffering of going through constant crisis because what? Your parents did not give a fuck about themselves or you. They just wanted to be fucking. You see? Y'all gotta get your life together. Your health is more important than anything else. It's more important than money, more important than sex, more important than your job. Which brings me over to this next topic. Here's the thing. When you book a consultation with me, right? And I get on the phone with you and you tell me, you say, hey, this is what I've been experiencing. I don't feel well. I really want to get better. And I say, okay, this is what I need you to do. Buy a juicer, go to the supermarket, pick up this, pick up that, pick up that. Go to my website, get these detox, get these cleanse. Do so, do so, do so. I don't want to hear no shit about, oh, bro, this is too much. Um, I'm very busy. I can't meal prep. I don't got the time. That sounds like lack of self love to me. Because how you gonna tell me that because of your job you can't meal prep, you can't be healthy because of your job? First of all, if you get sick and you die tomorrow, your job is going to replace you within 48 hours. They don't give a fuck about you. Again, you see, we talk about people being delusional. Your job does not give a fuck about you. Listen, if your boss not gonna tell you, if your supervisor not gonna tell you, if your mom not gonna tell you, your dad not gonna tell you, your cousin not gonna tell you, your best friend not gonna tell you, if your therapist not gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you. Your job does not give a fuck about you. If you die today, you are replaced tomorrow. So if you don't want to prioritize your health because of your job, it shows how much you don't give a fuck about you. And that's why I don't trust you. Again, if you will sabotage yourself, I don't trust you. I don't trust you with me. Again, if you don't have self love for yourself, I just don't trust you. If you would do certain things to yourself, what the fuck would you do to me? So again, get it together. I don't want to hear this. Oh, I work a busy schedule. I don't give a shit. Here's the protocol. Do the protocol. You want to get better? You want to reclaim back your health? You want to heal yourself from that disease? Here's the protocol. Do the protocol. Your job don't give a fuck about you. I don't care how long you've been there. Oh, I've been at this company for 10 years. You see, in your mind, you think that that means something. I'm pretty sure right now the boss of your company is in Florida on $1 million yacht, snorting cocaine off booty cheeks. He doesn't give a shit about you. Okay? He doesn't give a shit about you. Or whoever. They don't give a shit about you. They're snorting cocaine right now. So I don't want to hear that. Don't get on my consultation and giving me excuses. I need a result. Again, I'm very passionate. I'm very serious about my purpose and what I do. Okay? If you know you're not serious, don't book a consultation for me to talk to you, only for you not to follow through. Okay? So get serious. Okay? Get serious. Now, I was gonna be live last night, and I wasn't. So I'm gonna give you guys a 20% discount code of anything you need from the website. Just tap the number 6 in the comment section. Okay, I actually activated the coupon code because I said I was gonna be live last night and give you guys a discount, but I didn't show up last night. So if you tap the number 6 in the comment section, you will get the 20% discount code and a link to the website to get whatever you need. Okay, so you gotta get your health together. Okay, get your health together. Okay, nobody's coming to save you. If you know that there's something wrong with your health, get it together. Take action. Action is the language of transformation. All right? Yes. So my breakfast today is just a juice orange from Florida. That's what I got. Um, not really eating. I'm not really eating that much right now. Oh, so listen, so I end up buying this watermelon, right? So I end up buying this watermelon and I cut it open and I gave one of my clients half of the watermelon. Listen, the watermelon is so good, but it's like I'm scared to eat it right now because I feel like it's gonna send me to the bathroom. And if it does, I'm gonna have to end the live early. But I'm gonna show you guys what it looked like. So yes, tap the number 6 in the comment section and it will send you a discount code to the website. 20% discount code of anything. Hmm. So I like to eat an orange, especially when I'm taking my detox, right? Like so this here is wormwood. Okay, so this is wormwood, and I had it all the way up here. So like when I drink my wormwood, I like to eat my orange right afterwards because it just cancel out all of that bitterness. So for people who's having a hard time when it comes to bitter, it's like, yo, it's so bitter. Okay, listen, drink it, eat a piece of orange afterwards, or like a key lime, because the citrus is gonna cut away the bitterness from your mouth. Okay, so that's one easy way how to actually get it done. Okay, so yeah. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot to add the Discord link. Damn, I forgot to add the Discord link. Can I still do it? Um. Oh yeah, I guess I could still do it. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Mm. You know what? Never mind. I can't bother to look for that link right now. But yeah. But yeah, I do need you guys to join my Discord. As a matter of fact, hold on. Let me see something. Let me see if I can find the Discord link and get it exactly on the live so that you guys can click and come straight into the Discord. Let me see something really, really quick here. Let us see. So yeah, I'm gonna have orange and a piece of watermelon. I have wormwood tea already. So that's gonna be it. As I'm saying, not every single day you have to fill up your whole entire body with food. You're not gonna die. Okay, just greed and gluttony where people keep eating, 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 eating. You don't have to be eating like that all day. Because what happened is that you overwork your digestive tract. Okay, give your digestive system a break sometimes. Give it a vacation. Just like how you guys want to talk about, oh, I'm going to Cancun, I'm going to Mexico, which I wonder why. Okay, why everybody goes to the same place? Like on social media, I notice that everybody just want to go to the same place that everybody posted. Oh, Telu, Mexico, going to Cancun, Bali. What about other places? Like, I want to see you go to like some place in Africa and Egypt, some, you know, yeah, like everybody go to the same place. I just kind of find it a little bit boring. Like, yeah, kind of like, yeah. Hold on, Trev, hold on. So here's what I'm gonna do. Um, the screen. Okay, so the screen is gonna go blank for a little bit, but I'm gonna copy the link to the Discord from my notes, and I'm gonna post it into the live so that you guys can click directly on it and go straight into. They be going on them cruises to Hunch. That is so true. I heard about y'all. I heard about y'all going on all these cruises to be fucking and fulfilling these weird rich white men fetishes. That's what I heard about. Y'all be going out there and yeah, doing all kind of stuff for the money. I'm like, word, okay, that's what y'all doing. All right, but hold on, give me a second here. Let me just get the code. Let me just get the code here. Okay, copy the link. Copy the link. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right, so now copy the link. Oh, damn that. Okay, I guess it doesn't work. I guess it doesn't work. Hmm. I guess it doesn't work. Damn. I thought I was on to something. I'm like, okay, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I can still do it. I can still do it. Okay. Discord done. Done. Boom. There we go. There we go. All right, tribe. All right, tribe. So there it is. Okay, so if you look at the bottom of the screen, I have the link to the Discord. So you can click that to go directly into the Discord. So the Discord is our personal. health community. Okay, that's our personal health community. It's on our own server, so we don't gotta worry about the shadow banning, all the censorship, the hiding, all that kind of stuff. And it just contains so many resources there. Like listen, it is a place that you want to be in. Okay, it's a place that you want to be in. Like we have a lot going on in there, and a lot is actually coming. Okay. Yes. All right. So if you have any questions for me, drop me a few. Wait a minute. Why can't I scroll up with the comment section? Mm-hmm. Why I cannot scroll? Damn. Okay. So I guess Isabella. It look like say anytime I add a link, me can't scroll up into the comment section no more. Oh. Okay. That work now. It work now. Allow me to tell. I'm gonna try to scroll up to see if nobody they ask nothing. Okay. So yes. Join our Discord. Okay. Join the Discord. The Discord is the healing space, and we would definitely love and glad to have you there. All right. Mhm. Yeah. The Discord just links to your Instagram. No, the Discord is supposed to go directly to Discord. Um, if you don't have the Discord app, then you're gonna have to download the app, basically. Okay, so as Bella says, um, download the app. When you click on the link, somebody say it says Instagram. Oh, they're saying that it's open up on Instagram. That's weird. That is weird. Hold on, let me see something. Let me see something. Oh, oh. So Bella, I told them that me no know when kita got Instagram. Okay, hold on. Let me redo it again. Let me do it again. Hold on. Hold on there. Give me a second. Let me edit it and redo it again. Um, edit. Okay, so I think I fixed it. So I restarted it. I wiped out the whole entire thing and I redid it again. Give it a try. Give it a try right now and let me know. It's good now? Okay, great. I have hyperthyroidism, and the doctor says my thyroid gland is growing down into my throat, and that it will block my airway. Okay, so hyperthyroidism, you need bugleweed. Okay, you need a cleanse. Okay, listen, do a full body cleanse and change the way you're eating. Guys, remember, whenever you have any complication with your body, what are we dealing with? What caused malfunction or disease inside of the body? Pollutants, pollution, obstruction, heavy metals, and parasites. Nothing else, literally. The only thing that cause all these deformities and diseases and malfunction of the body is caused by pollutants, obstructions, heavy metals, and parasites. If you have a condition that you are not born with, obviously you've accumulated it over time. How did this happen? From the foods that you eat. So if we're trying to go through the process of elimination to reverse the process, don't we have to remove all the stuff that we accumulate inside of our body from the very same foods? Is it? Because remember, at the end of the day, The doctor is only going to tell you, hey, you got to do a surgery because they get to make money. Okay, basically, it's all about money at the end of the day. So they're not going to give you no kind of a method that's going to help you naturally when it can be incentivized if you do what they tell you to do. At the end of the day, again, nobody's coming to save you. You have to have enough love for yourself to do what you got to do. Fasting, start fasting. Change your diet immediately. Start fasting. Shoot for a 6-day fast, then a 12-day fast, then a 21-day fast, then a 40-day fast. Just like how Jesus fasted for 40 days. Fasting. Cleanse out your colon. Cleanse out your liver. Do a heavy parasite cleanse, heavy metal cleanse. Everything will restore back to normal. Your thyroid gland and everything goes right back to normal. So we need to also get away from this thing of looking for some like a quick fix, or we try to treat something separately. No, the body needs to be corrected. It needs to be cleansed. It needs to be purified. It needs to be nurtured. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to book a consultation with me. Listen, book a consultation with me. You can text the number to my shop, which is 347-337-4067. Text the number to my shop. My assistant, when she get here, she's going to get with you, and we book a consultation. I talk to you for like 30 minutes. Okay, we get into it. We come up with a protocol that works for you. All you have to do is follow through on the protocol. Follow through on the protocol. But here's the thing. You have to be willing to let go off of your old life. You see that old reality where you get up and you eat certain things and you think certain way and you move certain way? That old version of yourself has to be sacrificed in that sense. For a new you, you have to let all of that go. A complete restarting of your life, a new beginning, a new chapter. That is the only way for you to initiate and transform with greater changes in your own life. Nobody's coming to save you. Who's going to come to save you? Nobody but you. You're your own savior. You're your own hero. So be your own hero, literally. Um, the number to my shop is 347-337-4067. That is the number to my shop. Okay? You can text us. Um, and my assistant. I'd rather you text, because when everybody's calling so crazy, it's like, yeah. So when you text, my assistant, when she comes, she started to go through the texts and she started to respond back to everybody. I can see we have at least 20 texts to respond back to. So um if you've text us and you have not getting a response, just be patient. We're gonna get to you. Don't worry. We're not gonna leave you out. Okay. Oh, I guess I forgot to send Brenda a list of stuff to get from the website. Okay, Brenda, I got you. I got you. Okay, in Europe. Okay, we have people from Europe that wants consultation. Okay. Hmm. All right. Okay, so the number to the shop. Let me see if I can pin Bella. Let me see if I can pin Bella comment with the number to the shop. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Damn, I guess it's comment section only. Okay, there we go. There we go. Pin to the comment section. Oh, I really like this new Instagram feature. Hello, Miss Bailey. I see you just now. I see you just now popping in. I caught you this time. All right. Okay, so look in the comment section. You'll notice that the number to the shop is pinned. So if you text the number that you need a consultation, um, whenever my assistant, whenever she's here, she will respond. Okay, she'll respond back to you. Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah. So here's the things that's gonna be things for you to prioritize: heavy metal detoxing, colon cleansing, lymphatic system massage, lymphatic system movement. Move the lymphatic system, clean the colon, liver purification, parasite cleansing. These things are important. You can't just get up every day going on about life acting like shit is sweet while you eat inflammatory foods and acidic forming foods. You're literally engaging in slow motion suicide. What are we talking about here? And for most people, the thing is, you never do anything about it in the early stages. You just carry on with life as if everything is normal. And then once it have become accumulated to a certain level, it start to deteriorate the integrity of your organs and your cells, and your tissues, and that's when you start to come down with the disease. You don't feel good. You start to feel pain in areas of your body. You're not sleeping well. You develop like circles around your eyes, like headaches, which should start happening to you. But see, you're not thinking about the fact that it's actually how you've been eating over the years. The little increments of things, the little coffee in the morning, the little hot dog, the Starbucks coffee, the little Dunkin' Donut you had, the hot wings at BBQs, the Popeyes chicken, the McDonald's burger, the frappe you got real quick, is it? The mac and cheese. You're not really thinking that it's these things that are actually accumulated to cause what you're experiencing. You're thinking, oh, I'm just sick. Oh, let me go to the doctor. And you go to the doctor because what? You're desperate. You're in pain. You don't feel well. You just want to feel good again. You go to the doctor. You're looking for help, and the doctor is like, "Oh, okay." Doctor is actually there to diagnose you and you know cast a spell on your ass. You got diabetes. You got arthritis, and then you go home and you tell your family or your friends. You're like, "Yo, I went to the doctor today. I got diabetes." You see, you basically just accepted the spell casting. Words are literally power. I don't think people even understand that words are powerful. That's why prayer works. Prayer works because words are powerful. It's an affirmation. See? So when a doctor tell you you got diabetes and then you accept it, you come into agreement that you have that. You go around telling other people, now you're owning it. And I tell my customers and my clients all the time, don't ever claim or own any disease. You do not have diabetes. You have a condition of your pancreas where it's not producing sufficient amount of insulin because you've either consumed a heavy load of processed sugar, heavy loads of starches, or you have a tapeworm or fluke. Okay? It's called pancreatic fluke that goes to the pancreas, shutting down your insulin production. And believe it or not, every single person that have type 1 diabetes has a parasite inside of their pancreas. Every last one of them. You see, type 2, you may have parasites there too, but most of the time it's from processed sugar and heavy starches that start to affect the pancreas. So it's like the pancreas is producing insulin, but not sufficient amount, but it's still producing. But you see, whenever a person have type 1, where it's like they're taking synthetic insulin injection, that's up. Listen, you got a parasite in your pancreas that's shutting down the whole shit. It is not normal for your body to not be able to produce insulin. I don't think you guys understand it. Ain't nothing normal about it. There's no function in the body that can potentially fail as to why insulin shouldn't be constantly being produced. What you have is parasites that migrates to the pancreas and it is shutting down your insulin production because it wants to make sure that all the blood, all the sugar in the blood stays there so that the parasite eggs can hatch. You have to understand this. Remember, whenever you consume sugar, right? Or any kind of a food that you consume. Generally, the body takes the glucose goes to your blood. Then the pancreas is going to secrete the insulin. The insulin acts like a key that opens up the cells to allow the sugar in the blood to be metabolized. That's how your body generate energy, what they call ATP, adenosine triphosphate. So what happens when you don't have sufficient amount of insulin to open up the cells to metabolize the sugar? You end up with high blood sugar. That's what diabetes is. It's the lack of sufficient amount of insulin to allow your cells to open up to metabolize the sugar in your blood for energy. And when you have a lot of sugar in your blood, you start to go through all kind of health complication, right? You you may have like swelling feet, your circulation messed up. Whenever you get like a cut, it's not healing properly because you have a lot of sugar in your blood, which your cells are incapable of metabolizing, and that's not normal. That's not natural. You need to do a parasite cleanse. So yes, every single person that have type 1, do a parasite cleanse and get your life together. Is it going to be easy? No. Is it going to be challenging and some difficulties to it? Yes. Nothing comes easy. Nothing is easy. Okay. Honestly, in life, if something is just completely easy, I would tell you to question that shit and be like, damn, what's type of trickery is this? Right? Because everything in life tend to come with a little bit of challenge to it. Okay. So yes, self-love, willpower, consistency is what's going to take you throughout this journey. Now, we know that the human mind naturally goes towards the path of least resistance. And that's one of the reasons why people love easy shit. Okay, when you understand the mental mechanics behind why people act the way how they act and why they do what they do, it makes perfect sense. It makes you not judge them too. I'm still gonna judge you anyway, but you get what I'm saying when you understand. So the human mind naturally goes towards the path of least resistance. So once something is hard, people normally run away from it. But once it's easy, everybody join that line. Why do you think stuff sell like flat tummy tea? You all had the audacity to hit me up talking about, oh, do you have any flat tummy tea? First of all, do I look like that kind of a mediocre of a person online? Listen, I'm not one of them people online just on here trying to sell you herbs for money. Okay? I'm not them. I'm very passionate about my work. This is my purpose. I'm not them fake people on the internet trying to make a sale. Is it trying to sell you some shit, talking about, oh, this gonna work in 1 day, this gonna work in 2 days. I don't sell illusions. Okay? So no, I don't sell no flat tummy tea or nothing like that because you need to do the work. What you need to do is cleanse out your gut. A lot of y'all, you're carrying around over 50, 60 pounds of uneliminated fecal matter inside of your gut. Okay? That's what you're carrying around with you. Over 50 to 60 pounds of uneliminated fecal matter inside of your gut. So your gut look like this. Okay? Then you don't want to go to the gym and work out. You just want to drink a flat tummy tea and my stomach's on flat now. Stop being delusional. We talk about the fact that people need to grow up. A lot of y'all is like your body's aging, but it's like mentally you're immature. Grow up. Stop looking for easy shit. Get a gym membership. Work out. Do crunches. Move your body. That's why your lymphatic system is so stagnated. Most people are not moving their body anymore. Now we live in the age of technology. You're sitting down all day long. You're sitting down in the house, on the couch, on the bed, jumping an Uber, driving your car, you're at work. You're just sitting down. You're not moving. Move the body. The body was never designed to be still. That's why your lymphatic system needs compound movement. God didn't put a pump. God did not put a designated pump for the lymphatic system like how the heart and the lungs basically push the blood, the circulatory system. The lymph doesn't have that. You need compound movement, so learn to move the body. Okay. So if you know your stomach is crazy, okay, clean out your gut. Get a colon cleanse and a parasite cleanse, clean out your gut. Get some binders. Okay. Work out. You don't even have to join a gym. You can work out at home. Even this whole idea about going to a gym full of people, that's actually not even normal either. This is some new age society shit. People normally have quarters within their home that they work out. So this whole gym shit is just like a commercialized version, where a whole bunch of strangers go to the same place to go so-called workout. But them people there, everybody's just trying to boost their ego and get attention. You're like, you ever go to a public gym and you have people in there like trying to do like a whole bunch of like pull-ups and push-ups because they want to look cool. Like, damn, you want attention this bad? Okay, 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 you're strong. That's good. Okay. And people go in there to go in the mirror to take selfies all day in the gym. Like, yo, get off the machine. You're in the machine doing two little pumps just to go on social media to go post some shit. You want attention that bad? This shit is ridiculous. Okay. So yeah, so you don't even have to go get a gym membership to be honest. Okay, just work out. Okay, just work out. If you want to buy a few little equipments, a few little dumbbells, barbells, whatever, do squats. Do crunches and squats is gonna get your stomach really nice and flat. Changing your diet as well, cleansing out your colon. But this flat tummy tea, because what people love the easy way out. Now for the goddesses, I know some of you are not gonna like this, but hey, again, somebody have to tell you the truth. Okay, the waist trainers. Now, I'm not gonna say that the waist trainers have to go. It's okay. You can wear your waist trainer, but I do want you to understand that when you're sucking in your stomach like this, right? And you like I see some of y'all fighting for your life, putting that waist trainer on. Like you clearly can tell that like yo, all of that stomach and shit and fat cannot fit into the waist trainer, and you're sucking it in and you're fighting it. Like your whole entire arm and muscles are bulging out to a hard. You're trying to basically get this shit to latch on. And it's like, honestly, sometimes I'm surprised how you guys are able to fit that amount of fat. Like how you're able to compress that level of fat. That's some abracadabra shit. Like where did all that fat go? Like y'all are very good at putting that shit inside of that waist trainer. Okay? Got Well, here's what it is. You're still suffocating your organs. Okay? Love we and the waist trainers. Okay, okay. So, KK, you're not. How would I say? You wouldn't be included in this definition only because you work out. Okay, you live in a gym, you eat healthy, right? And you already have a slim waist, flat stomach. So I don't even see where you even need a waist trainer. But you don't have nothing to really, somewhat to even to say you're training because you work out. But I'm saying for the people who are lazy but looking for an easy way out, and their their thing is just let me just put a waist trainer on. First of all, you're suffocating your organs. Okay? When you put all that compression, all that pressure, you're literally pressing out the blood out of the liver, out of the kidneys, out of the adrenal glands. Because now you have this external pressure that's basically forcing the blood from flowing throughout your internal organs. And yes, it's not going to kill you immediately or cause anything, any kind of significant damage right now, but over time it's going to start to affect you because that's not normal. Okay? Stop looking for easy way out. Eat healthy, hit the gym, clean out your gut. Stop eating so much fatty foods. Just stop. All right? Okay. Now let's see what time it is. Okay, well it's still early. I feel like why can I feel like I've been here for a long time? Are we talked about that much stuff? I almost thought that we've been here for like over 2 hours, but I don't remember what time I came live though, so probably. But it's almost 10 o'clock. Hello, I have started my cleanse and I didn't receive any instruction with the parasite cleansing pills. Should I be taking a break every second day with them as well? Okay, hold on. So some of you are texting me right now. That's actually cool. Go ahead. If you got a question, you want to text it to the phone, text it to the phone. Because the comment section moves so quick sometimes, I can't really keep up. Okay, so it said, hello, I've started my cleansing and didn't receive any instructions with the parasite cleanse pills. Shall I be taking a break every second day with them as well as the colon cleanse? I'm also scared to introduce fruits being so full of parasites, and I also fasted for 12 days. Could I please get some more instruction? Please and thank you so much. Gratitude. Okay. I love how you ask your question. Very concise, very direct, and not too much. Beautiful. I like that. Okay, so first thing first, to answer your first question, okay, you didn't receive any instruction with the parasite cleansing pills. That is because if you look on the bottle, there's instructions on the bottle. So if you're buying the parasite slayer in the capsule form, then you want to pay attention to you follow the instruction that's on the bottle. Let me just double check here. You follow the instruction on the bottle. Okay. If you get the parasite cleansing kit, which is gonna come with the teas and a capsule, then you're gonna get like a separate paper with a protocol instruction that you follow from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at specific times. But yeah, look on the parasite slayer, it literally tells you right here. Okay, it literally tells you right here. It says literally, yeah, it said take 3 capsules twice, AM and PM. So in the morning time you take 3 capsules, evening time you take 3 capsules. So if you're only getting this, you follow the instructions on the bottle. If you're getting the kit, if you buy the kit which comes with the capsules and the tea together, you're gonna get a separate paper protocol that tells you what to take. You take your activated charcoal, eat papaya and papaya seeds, raw pumpkin seeds, whatever not, because now you're on a protocol. So follow the instructions on the bottle if you only just get the parasite capsules. Let me see what your second question is. Okay, should you be taking a break every second with them as well as the colon cleanse? No. Now, the reason why you take a break, okay, the reason why you take a break with the colon cleanse. Okay, so after around 5 days, you take 3 days break before you start again, right? The reason why we take a break with a colon cleanse because we don't want your body to become dependent upon a laxative to move your bowels. You get what I'm saying? So it's like when you take a break, your body don't become dependent upon this sending you to the bathroom every time. That's the reason. Okay, and that's because we have um like we also have Cascara Sagrada in here as well. And Cascara Sagrada have what we call anthraquinones. So anthraquinones is a compound that initiate peristalsis. Peristalsis is the contraction which your intestinal lining uses to push waste matter through. Okay, I don't have a diagram to show you right now. So basically, we just don't want to keep using the Cascara Sagrada in the cleanse to keep contracting your intestine, contracting your intestine, because that becomes like like an external stimuli that's doing that. So we don't want your body to become dependent upon something moving you, and then your body become like you have to take it all the time just to use the bathroom. That's the reason why you take a 3 days break. But that's just the colon cleanse. The parasite cleanse, you don't stop. When you're killing parasites, you don't stop. Okay? You're wiping them out. Parasite, the eggs, the larvae, the biofilm, you're wiping them all out. Okay? Yes. So let me see what your third question is. Okay, she says, well, I don't know who it is, but it says, I'm also scared to introduce fruits being so full of parasites. And I also fasted for 12 days. That is so beautiful. You fast for 12 days. A lot of people can't even make it to 3 days. Okay, so listen, big up yourself. Congratulations for applying that level of self love, and also controlling your urge and your desires and really just putting your foot down and just being disciplined. That's strength, that's willpower. Okay, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing amazing. Now, being afraid to introduce fruits of having a heavy parasitic load, that's actually a very credible insight because that is true. because parasites are parasite. If you have like a high parasitic load, you want to keep your sugar levels low because parasites don't care. They don't care if it's processed sugar or organic or fruit sugar. They're gonna try to feed off of it, of everything, especially if you have candida. See what I'm saying? So that's a very, very good insight and very, very good concern. And I would agree with you. If you have a high parasitic load, then yeah, rock with your vegetables. And if you're gonna use fruits, you can do like seeded grapes, but keep your sugar level at a minimum, especially when we're dealing with candida. Okay? Because also I want you to incorporate oregano oil, black seed oil. Those are gonna disrupt the biofilm, basically. Okay? Yes. We also have the biofilm breaker, which you can get from our website too. The biofilm breaker, which is going to break up the biofilm. Because parasites, when you have a heavy parasitic load, they already created a whole bunch of biofilm, which they hide behind. They create like a fortress, like an umbrella, which they hide. So you can be taking your parasite protocol and stuff, and it's not killing as much as it's supposed to because they're hiding behind something. Okay? Yeah. So we need to break up that biofilm. All right. Okay, so there's more text coming in. Let me check. Let me check. Okay, somebody sent me a text. It says, good morning. Well, great rising to you. Right? I'm having heart trouble anytime I'm near a very big loud speaker. It seems to affect the heart and the heart starts racing. I've had a lifestyle of eating chicken and rice every day back in Africa. Please, what can be done? All right, so here's what. I'm glad that you mentioned about the rice and the chicken because what happened is that whenever you're having heart problem, 90% of the time is because what? Cholesterol have basically started to clog up the arteries. When you have high cholesterol level and the arteries are clogged up and the blood vessels, the blood cannot flow through properly. You see, it can't flow through properly. That end up creating stuff like congestive heart failure, cardiovascular disease, which having to do with the heart again, right? And so your heart even become more sensitive to even to say like subtle vibrations and stuff, right? Because it's like the blood is not passing through as it should. So here's what I would recommend for you to do. Cayenne pepper. Start utilizing cayenne pepper, which is going to open up the ventricles, increase the blood flow. Cayenne pepper is like a natural blood thinner, and it is the number one blood circulatory stimulant. Cayenne pepper is going to be your friend. You can do 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper in water daily or freshly squeezed orange juice. That's going to help you. Now, to really get your heart back to normal is going to be hawthorn berry. Hawthorn berry is going to be your friend. Hawthorn berry is the one. Okay? Hawthorn berry and cayenne pepper. Now, I do want you to go on a detox and a cleanse because based on the fact that you've been eating a lot of rice and chicken back in Africa, which we know that rice and chicken is the most destructive food on the planet, literally. The rice, starch, God didn't make that rice. God made wild rice. Okay? White rice is a laboratory made product. Garbage. High on the glycemic index, burn out the pancreas, no good, lacks nutritional value. So honestly, there's no benefit of consuming white rice. You might as well just flush that shit down the toilet. Okay? The only people I see eat white rice and it doesn't really affect them is Asians. Asians, they eat a lot of white rice. And that's because like their genetics is a little bit different, so they can consume certain things and not be affected by it. But it's still not giving them anything either. So the rice just lacks nutritional value. Nobody should be eating white rice. That's not even food. Okay? So we have to cleanse out the system of that. Okay. Now, when it comes to the chicken, now hopefully when you're back in Africa, you were actually eating real chickens, the real jungle fowl. But if you're eating the white chicken that they raise, huh, yeah, okay, that's not a real chicken. That's a cloned animal, basically. Anyway that you take it, we have to remove the cholesterol out of the arteries, out of the body. I am going to recommend that you start fasting. Fasting is going to be the one. Fasting is the key. So start off with completing a 3-day fast first. 3-day fast, You eat nothing. Okay? You simply have some juice and some water. When you've completed that 3 day fast, your next goal is going to be fast for 9 days. Again, on nothing. I know it may sound crazy to a lot of people. What do you mean eat nothing? You eat nothing. What do you think Christ or Jesus fast for 40 days, as they say? You see, it's the most powerful regeneration. Okay? Every single person that I've helped to heal their body from any kind of a disease, it incorporates fasting alongside the detox. Fasting is the body's ability to factory reset. So don't be thinking that God made the human body without a way or like an emergency backup system. Okay? It has it. It's a fasting. Right now, drinking watermelon juice, as you should. Oh, by the way, guys, type the number 6 in the comment section for me. You will get a discount code to the website. Just tap the number 6 and you should get a immediate DM with a 20% discount code. I totally forgot to mention that again. So tap the number 6. All right. So people on YouTube, my YouTube family, you would have to go to Instagram for it to work. It's not gonna work on YouTube. Also, for everybody on YouTube, if you've been asking me questions and I'm not seem to like looking over there or responding to you, is because I guess on the device that I'm on, I cannot really see the comment section. Okay, the only way I can see the comments is if I like touch the screen and it pops up, but within like 1 second it vanishes again. So I'm not able to interact with YouTube, but I still didn't want you guys to be left out. So I'm like, let me just come on live anyway so that you can just catch the live to maybe we discuss some information that may be relative to something that you're experiencing. But yeah, it doesn't allow me to see the live comments like how Facebook or Instagram works. So that's the reason why. If you're asking me questions and I'm not responding or whatever, it's because I'm not able to see it. Okay, now I'm looking on YouTube. Can you do the cleanse with GI issues? Okay, great question. So a goddess asked, can you do the cleanse with gastrointestinal issues? Yes, you can, but you have to be very gentle, basically. But because remember, it's by doing the cleanse how you're going to relieve your GI tract of their issues by cleaning it out, removing the tapeworm, the pinworm, fluke worms, roundworms, worms. That is how you're going to restore back your GI tract. So you have to do the cleanse anyway, right? But slippery and bark is gonna be good. Things that are soothing for the intestinal lining, right? Bentonite clay, activated charcoal, those things are good to bind up and soothe the intestinal lining as you're doing that cleanse, right? But you be very gentle, especially if you have IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, or if you have leaky gut. You have to seal the lining of the intestine with the slipper and bark, with the okra water and stuff like that. Flaxseed, anything that creates that jelly-like mucilagous consistency. Those things become very soothing to the intestinal lining. Okay. Yes. So for everybody on YouTube, typing in number 6 is not going to work. You would have to go to Instagram and type it in the comment section and it'll send it to you immediately. Yes, and Bella also recommended aloe vera, which yes, aloe vera is also slimy. Very good for soothing the intestinal lining. SIBO is the same thing. SIBO parasites. Okay, in fact, okay, if you have SIBO, you have biofilm parasites that create a lot of candida and biofilm inside your gut lining. You're gonna need a biofilm breaker. You're gonna need a parasite cleanse. You're gonna need to consume a good amount of clove, oregano oil, black seed oil, garlic. Those things that break up biofilm, like biofilm disruptors. That's what's gonna actually heal your SIBO. You're gonna have to consume stuff like kombucha to restore back the healthy gut flora back inside of your gut. Kimchi, sauerkraut. So as you're killing these harmful bacteria and evicting them, you're also replenishing or reculturing back the healthy gut microbes back inside of your gut flora. All right? Yes. So yes, if you're just not coming in, just tap the number 6 in the comment section. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So let me check the messages again. Oh, you're a musician. The sensitivity to the speaker was actually a problem because I'm a very good musician and I get hired to play at events. I sometimes this creates a problem and I'm always very scared when I see a big speaker because I know it will start racing. All right. All right, you're very much welcome, right? And I just want you to be I just want you to be mindful that any complications at all that you experience within your body that's not normal is something that happened over time of what you've been consuming. So so basically it's like you literally can reverse everything completely by going through that process of elimination. Eliminate everything that you normally eat, go on that fasting, go and clean out the liver, go and clean out your kidney, go and clean out your blood, go and clean out your intestines, get your lymphatic system moving, start to consume sea moss and kelp and bladderwrack to replenish your minerals, spirulina, chlorella, all these things like chlorophyll that's going to be binding up heavy metals and pull it out of your system because we're only dealing with pollutants, obstructions, heavy metals, and parasites. Once those are gone out of the body, you can't have no health complications at all. So keep in mind that having an ill health or something wrong with our body is completely manufactured based off we've been consuming things that God never intended for us to eat. That's truly really what it is. But we're born into a world that made it seem like, oh, these are the things that you should be eating. But who decided that? Who decided that? Now let's take a look around and look at everybody who eats that kind of a food. Do they look healthy? Are they vibrating in the highest vitality? No, they're all sick. So why would we keep eating that very same food and to even pass it over onto our children? The food itself is a generational curse. But listen, it already happened to us. Only thing we can do right now is to find a solution. Right? What is the solution? The solution is to stop consuming that which does not serve us or serve our highest good. Stop consuming what does not complement our genetical structure. See what I go on? Then we need to remove the contaminants, the pollutants, the obstructions, the heavy metals, the parasites. Then we need to replenish the body with the minerals, the iron, the magnesium, the potassium, the phosphorus, the zinc, the selenium, the copper, the trace mineral, the phytonutrients, and everything restores back to its natural order. And now you're vibrating in vitality again. Fasting is going to be the most powerful instrumental thing that you can do for your body and for your life. That's what the Bible reference about fasting. Fasting is how the body go factory reset. Trust me. I know it's not easy, like oh, going through the day without eating no food and you're hungry, but you're not gonna die. You don't need food as much as you think you do. You're just hungry. Just a feeling. Fast. Just say no, I'm not gonna eat until my health returns. Just fast. Drink water, drink juice. Fast. 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 You watch your whole entire health transform right in front of you. The first 7, 8 days of fasting is the most challenging where you're hungry. Gotta eat something. You start to get like you start to get frustrated, you start to get annoyed because you want to eat, because you normally eat to feel comfortable. After you went through the 8 days of fasting, now you're over into like 12, 13 days. You're still hungry, but it's not as strong anymore. The urge to go eat something. Okay. And sometimes you'll even like just be thinking about food, or you come on social media, see people eating food. You're there just watching their video, right? Watching their video, be like, damn, whenever I start eating again, I'm gonna make this, I'm gonna make that, I'm gonna do this, right? You're hungry, but the urge isn't as overpowering as before. When you're 15, 16, 17 days into the fasting, it's like food is not that important to you anymore. you start to feel a sense of freedom, right? It's like, yeah, food, but you're not feeling that direct urge, like, I need to eat this right now. Unless when you're in the kitchen and you smell something that smells good as fuck, you probably be like, damn, that, probably get a little bit hungry, but you're good. When you hit 21, 24, 25 days, your urge for food is gone. It's like you don't really care about that stuff that much. It's like you see people eating food and you're like, oh, it's just food. Not a big deal anymore. When you hit 30 days of fasting, food actually disgusts you. You see people eating food and it turns you off. The idea of food turns you off because now you become so light. Your skin is glowing. You wake up in the morning, your eyes is white. You can remember your dreams more vividly. For some people, you even wake up inside your dream and a lucid dreamer. Okay? You have so much energy. Your creative ideas, like your creative mind is more expansive. Your brain power is on a whole next level. You feel different. Something is happening. Something is happening. You can't quite put your finger on it. You don't know exactly how to explain it, but it's a feeling that you've never felt before. You don't know how to explain it, but you're going through something. You're on a journey here. Something is happening. Day 35 going into 40 days, you're detached from food completely. Your body becomes so light, it's like you're walking on air. You can't feel your body weight no more. At that point, you realize that damn, you was really chained. You was really chained as being a slave to gluttony. You realize that you don't really need food as you thought you did. You see, your health is transformed. The pain that you were having in your knees is all gone. The scar tissues you had in your body, they disappear. No more headaches. No more back pain. Your skin issues gone completely. Your skin look like you're reborn. Neck pain is gone. Everything, like all your problems, all your health issues just cease to exist. That's how powerful fasting is. And don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself. Prove me wrong. I guarantee that you'll be a different person. See? Fasting. Okay? Fasting is what you need. All of us need fasting. Yeah. Even right now, what I ate, just one orange. That's it. Okay? I have watermelon in the fridge though. Which I told you guys that the watermelon is so good. Matter of fact, hold on. I just didn't want to eat none of it because I'm like, damn, is it gonna send me to the bathroom? Because watermelon is high in magnesium. Okay, watermelon is high in magnesium. Especially, did you guys know that watermelon seeds contain one of the highest level of magnesium aside from chlorophyll? Now remember that magnesium also brings water into your cell. Magnesium is an electrolyte. That's why whenever people put like sea salt on their tongue or whatever to drink water, the whole process is just that the sea salt contains magnesium. Magnesium bring water into the cell to increase your hydration. Magnesium is also like a stool softener as well. So watermelon do send your ass to the bathroom. Okay? Yeah. Bella said, I'm starting a colon and parasite cleanse after, as you should, goddess. I have some stuff for you too, Bella. I didn't check my DMs, but I did remember telling you to send me your address. And yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. When you eat watermelon, you get sleepy. Yeah, what I say? That never happened to me before. Oh, let me check the DMs. Hold up, hold up. Okay. Okay, so somebody's mentioning something here, like a terminology that I've never heard about before. It's TMUA. It's a metabolic disorder that causes you to smell no matter what you eat. So depressing, even certain soaps. Mm. All right. So okay, so here's what. We're gonna go back to the foundation again. Any complication at all that you experience in your body. Remember, the medical system is gonna give you all these different sophisticated names and terminology for things separately. But at the foundation, what we're dealing with, which is causing the malfunction, is pollutants, heavy metals, right? Obstructions, and parasite. So it doesn't matter what you're experiencing. If you remove all the obstructions out of the body by cleansing and purification and the fasting, you do the heavy metal detox, you do the parasite cleansing and the blood cleansing and the cleanse of the liver. You're removing all the pollutants, all the obstructions, all the heavy metals, all the parasite. Every single disease seems cease to exist. Nothing can exist inside of your body when you remove those. So what they're telling you that this is a disorder. The disorder is coming from something more deeply rooted inside of your system that needs attention. So let's go through the process of elimination. When last have you done a colon cleanse? If you have not done one, start doing a colon cleanse to purify out your whole entire intestines. Do parasite cleansing. Do heavy metal detox. Okay? Do the fasting. Then I also want you to dedicate to go at the liver. Stuff that cleanse the liver is going to be like yellow dot cleanse the liver, milk thistle cleanse the liver, blessed thistle cleanse the liver, dandelion greens or dandelion leaf cleanse the liver. We need to also go at the kidneys. We need gravel root, chanca pedra, cleavers, those stuff, you stinging at the root. Those things purify the liver. I mean, the kidneys. The kidneys, my bad. The kidneys, right? Those purify the kidneys, right? The chanca pedra, which is also called stonebreaker, right? The gravel root, called queen of the meadows, right? The stinging nettle root, cleavers, those purify the kidneys. So let's clean the kidneys, let's clean the liver, let's clean the blood. When it comes to cleaning the blood, the burdock root cleanse the blood. Anything with iron, yellow dot cleanse the blood, chaparral cleanse the blood, because the blood is iron, right? So the iron herb sarsaparilla cleanse the blood. So let's clean the blood. Let's clean the liver. Let's clean the kidney. Let's reboot the adrenal glands. A lot of people go through adrenal fatigue. You're going to need vitamin C. Eat 1 or 2 oranges a day for the next couple of weeks. Pine needles, papayas give you vitamin C. We're going to need stuff like licorice root to restore the adrenal glands. Or wild yam, because licorice root is a cardiac stimulant. So obviously, if you have high blood pressure, then you wouldn't use the licorice root. We'd use the wild yam root. So Wagwan, restore back the adrenal glands. Let's then want to go over to the pancreas. Let's see what the pancreas got going on over there. Okay, maybe the pancreas is being stressed out by high levels of processed sugar and starchy food that we've been consuming over the years. Let's get the pancreas together. So may I say, bitter melon, good for the pancreas. Very, very good for the pancreas. Number one. There's so many other herbs I can mention for the pancreas, but bitter melon is just like number one. They even use it in clinical application to heal people of diabetes completely. So it's like I can mention a whole couple of other herbs, but bitter melon is the best of the best. Give that to the pancreas. See what I'm going? So let's address the whole entire body, the whole entire system. Then we're going to have the nervous system. You're going to need nervines, blue vervain for the nervous system, chamomile for the nervous system, catnip for the nervous system, valerian root for the nervous system, gotu kola for the nervous system. We've been through so much damages in this society from eating things that we think that were normal because that's what we saw on TV. That's what our parents gave to us. That's what they fed us at the school cafeteria. That's what you ate in college. So you've been programmed to perceive certain things as normal, and so you've been eating it, and it have compromised your health. So now you need to go inside of the body, and you have to address every system to make sure every system is running properly. Okay, so yes, it is a lifestyle change. It is a journey. It's not going to be easy, right? It's not going to be a walk in the park. But like I said, right? Anything that's worth accomplishing normally comes with a little bit of a challenge to it, right? Nothing comes easy. So that's all right. Out of self love, you're going to do what you need to do to get yourself together. Because again, nobody's coming to save you. So what you going to do? Ain't nobody coming to save you, right? So you have to save yourself. You got to be the hero of your own story, right? I'm here to help you as much as I can. This is what God put me here to do. This is my purpose. I don't do anything else. This is what I love to do. I'm passionate about it. So if you're willing to put the work in, if you love yourself enough to go through the protocol, I'm here for you. But a lot of people they're so disconnected from themselves. So yeah. Okay. Okay. What can I do to lose belly fat expeditiously? Oh, damn. Hitting me with the big words. I did a good job pronouncing it, didn't I? Okay, okay. I've been working on my pronunciations. You guys know that proper English is not really my thing, but I had to work on it over the years expeditiously. Bumba Clyde. Big word. Okay, so if you want to lose belly fat really, really fast, as you guys know, I don't really get into the whole belly fat thing, but you can go on my website and get you some senna. Get some senna leaf and the colon cleanse. Okay? Get the colon cleanse capsules and get the senna, the senna leaves and pods. Follow the instructions, and within a week and a half, you're gonna see a lot of stuff coming out of your gut. You're gonna be, you know, you're gonna be on flat. Okay? You're gonna be on flat. Yeah. All right. Let's see the next question that's texting. Okay. Okay. Question here from I'm texting from NM. You know what's so interesting? I actually don't know what NM, what state is NM. I really don't. What state is NM? NM is what state? Hmm. Now got me thinking. Damn, I guess I really don't really like think about like American states like that. Hmm. I don't know. Oh, New Mexico. Oh, Bumbaclad. Ross, New Mexico. All right. Okay. All right. So I'm texting from I'm texting from okay, New Mexico. I'm curious about the 40-day fast. Will that just be water and herbal fruits as well? Longest I've fasted is 7 days, but I want to complete a 40-day fast. Thanks for your work. Well, thank you. Thank you for being here. Allow me to assist you on your healing journey. It is an honor. Okay. Okay, so here's the thing about the 40-day fast. The 40-day fast should be a mixture of juice and water. Okay, because fasting for 40 days on just water is very aggressive. Okay, so do water and juice together, basically. If you do 7 days, then shoot to do 14 days. So you did 7 days before. If that's the furthest you ever been on the fast, then your next goal should be 14 days. Once you complete 14 days, then your goal is going to be 21. Once you hit 21, you go straight to 40. Okay? But it's okay if you go 14 days and you're like, okay, you know, you still went further than you did last time. That's still progress. You see what I'm saying? So you can take your time and build your way up. But the more you fast, is the more you purify your temple. Yes. Okay? Mm-hmm. Yes, coconut water is good, but you're gonna need the water from the coconut, from the actual coconut, not inside the bottles, not inside the boxes. That shit is not real. Okay, coconut water cannot last for 2 days outside of a real coconut shell. Okay, so that shit I see you guys buying online. Sometimes I just be minding my business because I don't want you guys to feel attacked or feel like I'm food policing you type shit. So I be seeing y'all posting, oh yeah, I'm at the store getting a box of coconut water. This is the only coconut water I drink. And that shit is just artificial flavor with tap water and processed sugar. And it's like, I just listen. Sometimes just for the peace sake, I just let you be. Okay, but coconut water cannot last more than 2 days. Okay, cannot last more than 2 days. Even if you freeze it, after 3 days, it just doesn't taste good anymore. So if you're gonna get coconut water, you have to buy the coconut with the water in it. You break it open or you cut it open and you drink the water. Anything else aside from that is trash and garbage. Okay, pack it up. They don't sell green coconuts where I live. Yeah. I mean, visit the Asian market or a Mexican store or a Mexican market. That's where I get mines, basically. Okay. Okay. Greetings and blessings. Thank you so much for your time and energy to answer our questions. My question is an enlarged spleen due to chronic leukemia in a 67-year-old body. How would you address this health disorder? Well, greetings and thank you for being here. I see you've been on the planet for quite a long time. 67. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right? All right. So when it comes to the spleen, okay, when it comes to the spleen, we're dealing with a lymphatic issue because the spleen, the tonsil, the spleen, they're directly connected into the lymphatic system. Right? They contain a lot of the lymphatic system vessels. So what you're dealing with a lymphatic issue. Now, I will tell you that lupus and leukemia is caused by parasite. Okay? And they term what's the word I'm looking for? Okay, so the terminology that the doctor tell people with like lupus or leukemia, they're like, yo, you got an autoimmune disease. Autoimmune. I've healed people from lupus by parasite cleansing them. Okay? So lupus, leukemia, parasites. Issues with the spleen, lymphatic issues. So what I would do is, right? What I would do, I would start to work upon my lymphatic system immediately. I would go to the lymphatic, get a lymphatic deep tissue lymphatic massage to stimulate and move the lymph. I would also buy a rebound or a trampoline and start doing 20 minutes on that trampoline every single day. I would also get a portable sauna off Amazon for 115 bucks. The trampoline is like $85. The rebounder, not the rebounder, the sauna is for 115, pretty much. So 85, 115, not that much, right? Lymphatic system massage, it might be a little bit expensive than usual because now just about everybody got BBLs these days. And whenever they get these surgeries, they have to go get a lymphatic system massage. Goes to show you how important lymphatic system massage is to move the lymphatic system because it prevents infection. So it's a little bit more pricey now than usual because we have every like all of a sudden woman with real ass doesn't exist anymore. Everybody got a artificial booty now. So yeah, maybe a little bit pricey, but remember, our health is an investment, not an expense. Okay, so get a lymphatic system massage. Next, you're gonna need what we call a lymphocyzer. We have the lymphatic system cleansing kit. We have the capsules and the teas. What a lymphocyzer is any food or stimulant that basically stimulate the movement of your lymphatic system. Okay, that is what a lymphocyzer is. So you're gonna get on some lymphatic moving herbs to move the lymphatic system. So while you're doing the rebounder, the rebounder is one of the most effective thing to move the lymph. So now we're gonna have lymph moving through the spleen, right? The spleen condition is going to start to increase basically. Now we're gonna do a parasite cleanse. Okay. We're also gonna have to remove parasite out of the liver, like liver flukes, right? Remove the parasites out of the spleen and the liver and the intestines, and that is how you're going to actually heal yourself. I'll also recommend that you get a juicer. Get a cold press juicer and you go to the supermarket. You get parsley, you get cilantro, you get green cucumbers, you get green apples, you get celeries, you get organic ginger, and you can add 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper into that green juice. That's going to help your body to deodorize, to cleanse and purify, pull the heavy metals out, literally. But leukemia, lupus, what they call autoimmune disease, parasites. Okay? So parasite cleansing is going to be what's going to restore back your health. Okay? hmm Okay, good morning. Question: what can you use to help with nerve recovery, nerve damage? Okay, very, very good question. Now, when it comes to the nervous system, we need stuff that are classified as nervines. What are nervines? Nervines or herbs, food, stimulants that basically act upon the nervous system to repair the nervous system or relaxes the nervous system. That is what we actually call a nervine. Nervine, blue vervain is a nervine. But I'm gonna get straight to the point and recommend what you're gonna need. I'm gonna recommend you get some blue vervain. I don't have any blue vervain on the website, so sorry. Find it elsewhere. Um, Gotu cola, which I have, but it's not on the website, so you're gonna find it elsewhere too. But blue vervain, gotu cola, valerian root. Okay. Now, obviously, chamomile and catnip, those are also nervines too that you can use, but the gotu kola, the blue vervain, the valerian root is going to have your nervous system so nice, relaxed, and repaired. Okay? Yes. hmm Okay. All right, tribe. So it's almost 11 o'clock. Feel like I've been with you for the last 3 hours now. Feel like I've been here since 8 o'clock. So we're going to be calling our session to a close very soon. You can tap the number 6 in the comment section if you're just now coming in and you want to get a discount code to the website. Okay, just drop the number 6 in the comment section. Okay. hmm Good morning. What do you have suggestion for someone with bipolar and depression? So, um, parasite cleanse. Okay, crazy as it sounds, yes, parasite cleanse. Because you'd be surprised that a lot of time people go into constant bipolar and depression because parasites that are hijacking the nervous system, right? And secondly, I would recommend meditation. Okay, do a parasite cleanse and meditate 20 minutes every day. Meditate 20 minutes when you get up in the morning. Okay, don't do anything, just go into meditation and go into the silence. Before you go to bed, go into meditation again. Within 3 to 4 days, you realize that you start to rise up out of depression. Okay, literally. So, parasite cleansing and do meditation. Yeah, because bipolar and all kind of stuff, parasites be hijacking people's nervous system. Because remember, that's what parasites do because they want you to eat food. So generally they hijack your system. And when you have like a high parasitic load, eventually end up developing all these disorders and bipolar, like because yeah, it's so much signal going towards your body, basically. Uh-huh. Well, all right, tribe. 6 is the number of man human. Oh. Yes, six in numerology um have great correspondence. The reason why I use number 6 is because that's my life path number. Okay, I'm a 6, path of the healer, basically. Okay, so it goes to show you that literally everything aligns with me living in my purpose. Like everything aligns to the point where it's so scary, right? So first of all. I come from a long lineage of medicine men and medicine women. So my grandparents were herbalists, were herbalist healers. My great grandparents and my great great grand. I literally come from a long lineage that's loaded with medicine men and medicine women. And so I'm the one who inherited the gift. Like I get all the gift. The ancestors was like, here, take this. Here, take that. Like it's kind of like the ancestors was just waiting for this one child to be born that had the capacity or the soul force to carry out this mission. So they just kind of like dump all the gifts on me, like, hey, take that, take that, take that. Right? so so yeah. And then aside from that, being like my human design as a manifesting generator, then a life path 6, so naturally, even like growing up, um, being so empathic, I always feel like other people's problem is my responsibility. I get satisfaction out of being useful and helping other people. You see, and anything I touch like turns gold. That's my definition. Okay, food I cook, I can do no wrong. Okay, even when I used to move in a lustful way before I've cultivated myself to the degree that I'm at right now, right? And I used to be like just moving in lust. I had like a little roster like back in my 20s. Every woman that I used to have sex with would wake up the next morning and be completely healed from whatever complication that they were having. So before they would be like, "Yo, my back's hurting me" or whatever not, and the next morning they'll wake up brand new. And I, listen, at the time I wasn't aware. Like I wasn't aware of how my energy moved at the time, right? So yeah, it's so interesting when I look at how everything aligns. I'm like, damn. So I guess I can't even escape from my purpose. Like so I surrendered to my purpose, and that's why I'm here, and that's why I'm here with you every day, and we continue to build and grow together. Because all of us is uniquely gifted. So just like how I'm gifted with this stuff, you're also gifted, whether you can sing, dance, whether you can write poetry. You see, everybody have their unique gift. So it's about cultivating your gift and living in alignment with your purpose. And so if I can help you with health and stuff, you can help me with something else. But you need to be living in your purpose. So, you know, yeah. hmm But all right, tribe. So it is 11 o'clock. Okay, it is 11 o'clock right now. So we're gonna call a session to a close. So the link in the comment section gonna bring you straight into the Discord. Okay, so now you can be like, yo, I can't find the link to the Discord. Download the app. Okay, download the app and come into the Discord. You guys be having a whole bunch of apps because I know some people sometimes you don't want to download you don't want to like download like an app kind of a thing. But remember, you guys have so much apps on your phones, and how much of those apps are actually beneficial to your life? Really, are they teaching you anything? Are you learning anything? Is anything on those apps that are improving your life? Not really. So if you don't have enough space, you gotta delete the app to get the Discord. Do so. It's something that's gonna actually benefit you. Okay, so yeah, when you click the link, if you don't have the Discord app, download the app, join us on the Discord. It is your personal healing community now. It is your healing space, right? And yeah, it's very high vibrational in there. We don't have no low vibrational people wilding out and doing none of that. Okay, so yeah. Okay, what is the app about? So Discord is a server. Like it allows people to create their own server. So let's say for instance, if you want to create your own Discord, you can just download Discord and get an account and create your own server. So your own server becomes like your own platform. You can do video calling on there, voice calling on there. You can create different rooms, basically. So it's like you having your own minimalized version of like a social media. So on our Discord, we have a whole library. You can go into the library to download books. I can get to share books. I can come on the stage and talk to everybody. People can go up on the stage and have conversation with themselves as well. Um, I can play audio books through there. We can schedule events. Like, okay, we're gonna be talking about this on such and such a day. We have a room for everything, general discussion, forums, So it is the ultimate space for creating like a health community where we all can just revolve with each other and share information. Because clearly you can tell on social media, they literally censor and police you on social media and what you can say from what you can say. And this actually begins in 2020 during the pandemic. Remember when they started the whole fact checker? From they started that, nobody had freedom anymore. So even though I have over 1 million followers, you've never seen more than 300 people here. Never. People don't get to see that I'm actually live. So they're not showing all my followers that I'm live. Okay, they've also lowered my engagement so that whatever I post doesn't get out because of the nature of the information that we're talking about. Remember, this is how the system works. Anybody who's sharing information that goes against the agenda of the system, you're now being seen or treated like you're some kind of a threat. Because notice when you go on social media, what do you see? You see lustful content, you see drama, you see gossip. That's what they want because that keeps people distracted. But let us be here talking about how to get healthy, how to heal your body, how to raise your consciousness. Let's move in love, harmony, unity. That's blocked, that's censored, that goes against their community standard. So that's why I'm shadow banned on all these platforms. Facebook, I'm shadow banned, blocked Facebook. My last two TikTok accounts got deleted. What am I doing on social media? Am I doing anything or saying anything wrong or bad? No, I'm just we're having these very same conversation, and that's not allowed. See, so that's one of the reasons why I I express the importance for us to really just be on Discord because that's our own personal server. Okay, the Matrix does not like healthy people. They don't support that. They want people that they can keep distracted, keep them sick, you know, keep them like just low vibrational shit. So yeah, that's what it is. All right. Yeah, they always shadow ban healing. Yeah, like I've seen other few people before that were complaining about them being shadow banned and their account being deleted off TikTok because they share information about herbs and stuff. But at that time, I was not experiencing it. You get what I'm saying? But I eventually, they're like, oh, this guy, let's shut him down, basically. So yeah, it's just a part of the system. I'm not surprised. So you know. hmm basically. All right, tribe. So if you're just now coming in, before I go, if you have not tapped the number 6 in the comment section, you can tap number 6, and you can also hit the link to join the Discord. I'm about to sign off right now and get to work. Okay, because very soon you guys gonna start to bully me. Where's my package? Where's my package? So I gotta make sure that we're on point with the shipping. All right. Mm-hmm. So, all right, YouTube. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for showing up, holding the space, holding the vibration. And I trust and hope that today's session have been intrinsic and contain some kind of a value which you can extract to, you know, unveil that greater version of yourself and just amplify your experience in life. That's what it's truly really about. Us improving, us raising our energy, us coming back together again in harmony, in love, in unity. I don't know what's been going on, you know, in society where we've now reached a place in society where it just becomes so destructive. Just a lot of negative energy and people tearing each other down. You see that demonic shit. So yeah, I'm glad. Even though it's a small amount of us, at least we're still holding a certain frequency and vibration about coming together again and realizing that life is to be lived and harmonize and learn from each other and supporting each other and just to embrace the natural connection that we already have with each other. What the fuck are we fighting for? We're in the same life trying to figure shit out. Doesn't it make sense for us to come together and put our energy together and help each other? What's all this separation, you versus that person versus that other person? That's divide and conquer. So yeah, I'm grateful for you for being here with me and holding the space and holding the vibration. All right. So until next time, big up yourself, one love, and I will see you later, YouTube. Okay. So let me close out of YouTube. All right.